What's up, guys? Welcome to the Shackstream. Today is January 23rd, 2019. Glad to be back with you, doing all that good business that we normally do. As always, you can check us out here on Shacknews.com, which you see up here on the middle of your screen, hopefully, if everything is going correctly. We're also on Twitter at Shacknews if you need to talk to us, and on YouTube at Shacknews Games, and our sister video site, Gamer Hub Videos. So if you are about the video life, you can't read, don't want to read, that ain't your style, hit those up. That'd be something that you can get some enjoyment out of. You see here on the website today, we've got our coverage for Doom Eternal. We got the press access to the early play thing. We got video up on our YouTube site, as well as some written impressions of what we saw. The ripping and the tearing is going to be hot here later on in 2020. As for today's stream, we're going to be digging back into a game from last year that I didn't come across until the Steam Christmas sale. It's called NASCAR Heat 4. Most of these NASCAR games have been hot garbage for a long time, but the reviews on this one are looking good, so I took the plunge and I did a couple of test races, and it seems like it might not be bad. So today we're going to strap ourselves in. We're going to start our NASCAR careers and try to make the family proud. Maybe make it to the big time, get to the Daytona 500. I don't know exactly how the structure of the single player works, but we're definitely going to test it out. We will be playing... Oh, fast car went by this thing there. I don't know if you guys heard that noise. We'll be playing the Steam version of the game using an Xbox pad, so... I don't know if this works great with wheel and pedal, but, you know, I would assume it would. It's a racing game on the PC. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on over there, see if I can get you guys some video and audio, and we'll do the thing. As always, thank you to our regular viewers, supporters, always appreciated. I think we got sound here. I had to disable the music due to not wanting to get copyright struck for what we do, but I think the regular menu audio is coming through and we should have the sound of cars. So what we're going to do here is start a career. We're going to create a driver, and we're going to, we're going to NASCAR it up. I like this inverted triangle. We kind of have to have the mullet, right? Wait, now I'm not sure if we're a lady or if we're a man. I wouldn't worry about it. I think we're finally starting to come together. All right, boys. Now we need a name, which is the most important part of all this. We're going to be Honky Chonkins Jr. We are the hot new phenom jumping straight into the Monster Energy Series. Can Honky Chonkins Jr. handle the pressure? This is dope. We're surfing the web on our tablet. Here's our agent, Warren Vegas. What a weird name. He knows we want a shot in the Monster Energy Series. His name is Warren. He represents racers like us. GT, what's up? Unfortunately, they don't have alarm clock numbers for the side of the car. All right, we are now starting the season in our Procore 69 Chevrolet car. This is exciting. Sponsors will provide us with opportunities to earn money through incentive contracts. If we complete the requirements of the contract, we will receive the specified payout. That's fair enough. We gotta go big or we gotta go home. Our first race is the Daytona 500. All right. Our driver is not a Bud Light man or a Coors man. We are a Schaefer Light / King Cobra malt liquor. All right, so we have our current event. We got our team. We work for Starcom Racing. We race along our teammate Landon Castle. Don't know who that is. Well, we can't jump into a big time car because we're rookies. Nobody knows who we are. We're currently ranked number 41. We're Honky Chonkins Jr. And we got some other teams here that are trying to do well. We'll see. Right now, our reputation is 0. We show up to Daytona, though, and we have a good finish. We're going to make some enemies, make some friends. We got to put it out there. I don't practice. I probably should qualify, though.
Let's go. Okay, fast lap here. We're going to see where that puts us.
Definitely did not do a good job qualifying. Your speakers are probably okay. Have to disable music for copyright purposes, so We didn't have the worst qualifying time, but we had the second worst qualifying time. The next car was a full second faster than we are, but Rubbin's racing, so we have to do some rubbing. Don't worry, boys. Honky Chonkins. He's going to do well.
We're live from Daytona International Speedway for today's running of the Great American Race. Another season of Monster Energy NASCAR Cup racing is about to get underway. The drivers are in their cars and the sold-out crowd is on their feet. It's time for NASCAR racing.
There, going green. Be ready. Green flag, green flag. Careful, still there. Still there. Still there. Careful, still there. Still there. Hold that line, driver. Hold your line there. Car there on the inside. Inside. All right, clear outside. Clear all around. Inside. You got room. You're clear. Careful, still there. Hold your line there. All right, clear outside. You got room, you're clear there. Clear high, clear high. All right, you're clear there. Still there? 5 to go, you got this. Careful, still there. Got one peeking outside. All clear. All right, you're clear. Careful, still there. Car there on the outside. Still there. All right, clear outside. Two laps left, stay calm. Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear. Careful, still there. Careful, still there. All right, let's go. White flag. Stay on the bottom here. Got one down low now. Inside. Car there on the inside. All right, you're clear. Car high, careful there. Clear high, clear high. Still there. Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear. Way to stay with us all
My
day
bad
long.
for not
Let's get
responding
you
there.
back, car.
Thanks for the follow, Savage GTR. The game made it clear I didn't have any friends to start with, so I don't know what I'm doing. I do like that the draft mechanic. I'm assuming it's what I'm feeling in the controller. The rumble indicates how well the draft is going. That's pretty much everything you need to advance on these super speedways, since all the cars are the same speed. Unfortunately, I failed to meet my sponsorship challenge of finishing 25th. We did win the award for being on the move. You gotta like that. Our teammates started 24th and blew it. I'm gonna put everybody on Twitter on blast. These people, they didn't help me during this race. Although this guy asked for my autograph. I can appreciate that. I'm gonna insult my teammate. This week, we gotta go to the race number 2. Schedule doesn't say where it is. We have contract options now. Throughout the season, contract options become available, allowing you to lock in a team as a possible option for next season. Oh yeah, we might get on a real team with a real car. As long as you meet all the team's requirements, you have a contract option slot. You can reserve the option to sign a contract with that team at the end of the season. You can also check with sponsors individually if you plan on driving your own team. I am a lone wolf. So the second race of the season is at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. What a great name for a race. We have to show up to this thing and dominate. Your master, Rubbin's Racin? Hell yeah, it is. We're about to get up in this thing and do it hard. I apologize for not speaking to you guys during the middle of the race, but the palms are getting sweaty and I can't blow it. Looks like a partly cloudy day here in hot Atlanta. Honky Chonkins Jr. is going to go big today. I can feel it. Atlanta Motor Speedway is where we really kick it into the next gear for our season. We're not going to practice, and we're sure as hell not going to qualify. That didn't get us anything last week. Not with this garbage car. Hey, we qualified 38th. You got to like that. That's better than we did last week.
Welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the running of the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. This is a 1.5 mile oval and a very popular stop for the fans and a handful for the drivers.
I've driven by this track in real life. I've never seen a race there.
To go racing.
All right, guys, here we go.
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Almost ready now. Hammer down. Inside, inside. Inside. Stay high up there. Outside, outside.
This is not going well.
5 to go. You got this. I need 2 more. Solid last, man. Keep it going. White flag is in the air. Can't win them all, but we did
That was
finish.
bad. Every single lap I ran, I got slower and slower and slower. Some of them by as much as 3, 4, 5 tenths. I don't know. I have no idea. I know my line wasn't good the first run, or the first lap, but I don't know how I was getting so much slower. Did not do well. Pennzoil Las Vegas 400 presented by Jiffy Lube.
Today, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series makes its first of 2 stops in Las Vegas for the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. The field is stacked with drivers seeking to get on a roll, so let's head down to the track.
You're coming to the green. Be ready here. Green's out, man. Let's go. Got one down low now. All right, you're clear. Stay on the bottom. You got room. You're clear. Stay low, stay low. 10 to go. All right, you're clear there. Got one down low now. You got room, you're clear there. Inside. All right, you're clear. Careful, still there. Still there. Inside, inside. Still there. Got one up top. All right, you're clear. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Got one outside. Clear all around. 5 to go. You got this. Car outside. Hold your line. Top 3, use it if you need it. still there. Two laps left, stay calm. White flag, bring it home. Way to stay with us all day long. We'll get you
Well,
better
that
car.
was not as disastrous as last week. I still don't really know what's going on. Trash Panda, this makes you want to go home and play. Eggrolio, what's up? Yeah, we're Rubbin and Racin. That one was definitely not as bad as last week, but I'm assuming it's because I'm failing to find the line and adjusting the car incorrectly. But at least, unlike last week, we weren't 5 seconds behind every other car every single lap. I don't know if I can spend some of this money to make the car suck less nuts. I may need to look in the options and see because there's no tire wear, there's no fuel usage, and no pitting. I think I need all that stuff. Although I'm sure the pit crew that'll be assigned to me is garbage. All these drivers every week keep complimenting me, and I'm not sure how to accept it. I think I still need to keep putting half of them on blast or more. Screw you, Ryan Blaney. This guy, though, says we need to get all aboard the Honky Chonkins Jr. bandwagon. I'll compliment him for that. I don't know you, Darrell Wallace Jr. Or this guy. All these people are, man. Oh well, you gotta keep on grinding. That's the only way you can win the championship. Race 4 is going to be ISM Raceway. I'm not sure I've ever heard of this track. I still have zero reputation. We'll simulate the race and see what happens. We finished about the same. I didn't wreck this guy. He's angry. If I don't apologize, I'm putting ants in your coleslaw. Tyler Reddick, you can eat my balls. You're leaving the shack soon. You've been here a long time. Well, I hate to hear that. Was it something I said?
The West Coast.
All right, now, be smart out there. Going green. Are you ready now? Green, green, green. Careful, still there. Still there. You got room, you're clear. Got a car low now, road clear. Still there? Careful, still there. Careful, still there. Five to go, driver. Two at the line. flag. Dig, driver. We'll get them next time.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can change a lot of this stuff. I'm on whatever the default settings are, and it's definitely auto-braking the car. I can feel there's a stability control that's being enabled, a lot of other stuff like that. I need to dig around in the settings and see. Jacob is 11, thank you for the follow. Because I'm consistently just getting blasted every one of these races. I go into the turn, I went in one way low too fast to see if it would drive me up into the wall, and the car just automatically cut in and slowed itself down, so there's definitely something acting on the car. I haven't been able to throw the back end out or anything. The first race we ran at Daytona, I don't know if it's just because I was caught in the slipstream for drafting well, but I had no problems moving forward and back in the pack. But these other races have been rough. And I've never really had to use the brake or let out of the gas, which I know you're supposed to on a few of these tracks from played a lot of NASCAR 2003, the Papyrus game years ago. Some of the NASCAR Thunder games. I'm familiar with how a few of these tracks work, but I'm going to have to play with the settings on this one. Or whatever the default setup is not going to work for the way I'm racing. I'd also like to see how this thing handles tire wear, fuel usage, and all that stuff. I'm obviously running super constricted versions of the races for the sake of stream quality, because nobody wants to watch me make a left turn for 3 straight hours on the same track. I don't think I could handle that mentally. And there's no information given on the car that was assigned to me from this race team, so I don't know if the car's supposed to be good or bad, or maybe all that's hidden behind different settings I haven't unlocked yet. So right now it's set to casual, normal, hard, or expert. It's set to normal. Maybe I should have been playing on casual, I'm not sure. We got brake smoothing. Brakes will automatically adjust if slipping. That's probably what it is. This can stabilize the car when you brake, especially if you're entering pits with worn tires. Maybe not, I haven't hit the brake yet. The AI is a good place to start for normal mode, easy. The damage model is turned to light. Race length is only 4%. All this other stuff is disabled. It must be tied to race length. We're on a 7% race, and then we can have tire wear. Hey, I'm not 100% sure how casual or detailed this gets depending on what I'm setting in. I would assume, though, that once I pit your basic stuff for replacing tires and or adding or removing a wedge for how loose the car feels, I'm not 100% sure if that's possible or not. I've never pitted in this, but we'll try here. I've had my driving set to hard. I increased fuel consumption and tire wear effects, so we're either going to go up in a ball of fire here or it's going to be way more fun. Martinsville is a pretty short track if I remember correctly, so this should be a decent test to see what's up. You definitely have to use brakes here from what I remember in NASCAR 03. I believe, at least in the opening part of turns 1 and 3, I should be using brakes.
We're live from Martinsville Speedway for the STP 500. Now, Martinsville is known as the paperclip due to its unique shape. This historic track is the shortest in NASCAR, and the venue is overflowing with fans excited to see our first short track race of the year.
You're coming to the green. Are you ready now? Hammer down. Got one down low now. Careful, still there. Got one down low now. Still there. Stay on the bottom. Still there. Stay on the bottom here. Still there. Still there. Careful, still there. Stay high, stay high. Careful, still there. Still there inside. Careful, still there. Stay high up here. Careful, still there. Careful, still there. You're all clear on the bottom there. Watch your speed, please. Too fast, too fast. You gotta slow down. Black flag, black
That's
flag.
not what I wanted to do there. If you tap the left trigger, the car yanks to the left every time. So it looks like we're pitting. We've definitely lost this race. What a bummer.
Clear of the pits, hammer down. Hold your line, got one outside. Careful, still there. Clear low, bud. Still there. Still there. We've got 20 more laps. Careful, still there. You're clear all around there. Got a car high now. All right, you're clear. All right, halfway of this lap. All right, clear outside. Got a car coming inside now. All right, you're clear there. Pitting cars just ahead. Still there. All clear. Back it down, back it down. Back it down, back it down.
I don't understand this. I mean, I'm maybe 1 to 2% touching the trigger to slow up in the thing before I make the turn, and the car just instantly yanks itself into the pits. And you gotta pay the time penalty because I went in at 150 miles an hour. This is frustrating. The car's handling way better than it was on normal, but whatever this brake stability thing is doing, I've got to get rid of it. I'm having to push the stick to the right when I hit the brake, entering the turn, to keep it from just spinning the car around.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go. Car on the outside now. Inside. Stay high, stay high. Got a car low now. Got one peeking inside. All clear. Inside, inside. 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 Car outside, hold the line. Clear high, clear high. Inside. Clear all around. Inside. Still there, inside. Clear low, clear low. Hold your line, got one outside. Car there on the inside. All right, you're clear there. Car high, careful. You got room, you're clear there. 5 to go, you got this. Got a car high now. Clear high, bud. All right, you're clear there. Inside. Car high, careful. Inside. Car high, careful there. All right, clear outside. Bud. 2 laps left, stay calm. All right, clear outside. Looking inside now, clear all around. All right, let's go, white flag. Still there. All right, we'll get them next time.
I might do a lot of practice. I like the way the car handled there, and each lap as the tire wore down and got hotter, I lost a lot more grip, which I like. I can't figure out the braking though. On that third turn, I have to keep pushing the stick all the way to the right while I hold the brake to slow down. Otherwise, the cut goes all the way into the pit, but it's only on that turn. It doesn't do it on turn number 1. So I'm not really sure. Maybe there's a dip in the track I don't see or don't feel. Still pretty interesting. It's still, I like the handling way better on hard, even though I was terrible there. The single player races I did before I started career, I was winning all of them. I don't know. Maybe the mode's just different. But I assume the normal mode in the career would be similar. That way I could progress through the career for the stream, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I like the challenge, though. Whatever setting I put there to make the tires wear out twice as fast made no difference on the computer wanting to pit. And I saw no readout on the car of where I was supposed to pit. I mean, I could feel my tires going, but I don't think I had a problem with gas or anything. That's something I'm just going to have to play with until I find out what it is. I wish they would tell you in the menu specifically. I haven't really messed with the game much yet. I guess I can go to the main menu and see what's up. I just hit start a career since that was the main thing, but I skipped all the dirt track stuff. You had to run through several series of dirt track for a few years, and then you can get taken into the Craftsman Truck Series, or whatever they call it, then the Sprint Cup, or Nextel, I don't know. They keep renaming the fucking cup every year. Whatever they used to call the Busch Series, you have to go through that, and then I skipped all the way to where it put me in the Winston Cup, or whatever it's called now. Nextel Cup, or maybe it's a Monster, I don't know. I can't keep up with the constant changing of the name of the sport. It's also possible I just didn't pick the right option to do the car maintenance and all that, or maybe I didn't pick the right one when I started the career. More than likely, it's on me. I'm now confirmed, though, definitely the worst driver in all of NASCAR. I still have no reputation other than I lose. So in the main menu, we've got challenge mode, championship mode, which is a season, I think. Regular quick races, split screen, which is kind of weird on PC. My cars, my driver. We did the my driver when we created our career driver. Online modes and options. Dig into the options a little bit more here. It's the same menu we had from the other one. The driving is the same option. Yeah, I could probably play with the brake rate and stuff like that here on the controllers until I can get the pressure that I need to feel comfortable playing with this Xbox pad. I would assume there is somewhere to set all that too. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what I picked when I started the career mode, so it's possible the ownership mode allows you to do all that stuff and I just missed it. I think this runs on the Unity engine, so there's not a whole lot of graphics options. It just is what it is, but we're running maxed. Running in a 1080p window for this. Excuse me. I apologize for that. Running a 1080p window for the stream. You have to have age verification for some reason, I guess, so they can show you a cigarette. I could have swore this was called the Craftsman Truck Series, but maybe because Craftsman doesn't exist anymore because Kmart blew up, or Sears, I don't know. That used to be called the Busch Series, and this is definitely the Winston Cup. That's how long it's been since I watched NASCAR. Let's run a night race in Richmond and see if we get some race settings. Squires, what's up? Car setup, it's at the top. Give me 1 second, folks. My bad, guys. I had to step away for a second. Yeah, I'm using a controller. So the car setup here, I don't know exactly how serious it gets other than the tight and the loose setting. This is what we're looking for here. It looks like we got shock springs, tire settings, miscellaneous settings where we mess with our grip bias, brake bias, camber settings. Looks like we assign wedge percentage here on our weight, gear ratios. It's like you run multiple setups. Yeah, that makes sense. You want a different one for qualifying than you do for the actual race.
Coming to the green. Be ready. Ready. Green's out, man. Let's go. You got room. You're clear. Got one peeking outside. All right, you're clear. Inside. Clear high, clear high. Got a car low now. All right, you're clear. Stay high, stay high. Still there? I need 10 more solid laps. Concentrate for me. You got room. clear. Stay low, stay low. Still there. Clear high, clear high. Clear high, clear high. Great job, driver. That's a fast lap right there. Stay on the bottom. Got one up top. Stay on the bottom. Clear high, clear high. You just posted your best lap ever. Stay high up here. Got a car coming inside now. Car there on the inside. 3 wide there. All clear. Caution. All right, man. You're coming to the green. Ready? Green's out now. Let's go. Inside. Still there. Car there on the inside. You got room. You're clear there. Inside. Clear down low. Got one down low now. Still there. 2 at the line. You got room. You're clear there. Got one peeking outside. Looking inside now. All right, clear outside. Clear high, clear high. You got room, you're clear. No points that stage.
I drove like an a-hole there, but the car is way easier to handle with all that stuff turned off. It's not doing the, oh, it's a yellow flag, probably caused by me. I thought that was the end of the race. My right front and my right rear are disintegrating incredibly quickly.
All right, be smart out there. Going green. Be ready now. Car high, careful. Still there. Hold your line. Got one outside. Got one peeking inside. Outside. Car outside. Hold your line. All right. Clear outside. All clear. All right. 10 to go. Keep it nice and smooth for us. You're all clear up top there. All right. You're clear there. Looking inside now. Clear down low. All right, clear outside. Car high, careful. You got room, you're clear there. Still there. Inside. Clear all around there. Stay low. Clear all around. Still there inside. All right, you're clear there. Stay low. Clear high, bud. Looking inside now. All clear. Got a car coming inside now. You got room. You're clear there. Car there on the inside. Inside. All right, you're clear. Clear low, clear low. All clear. Hold your line, got one inside. Clear all around there. Two at the line. Stay on the bottom. Clear high, clear high. Hold your line, got one inside. Clear down low. You got one to go. No points that stage, but plenty of racing left.
Man, somewhere around lap 8 and 9 there, that right front tire completely, yeah, okay, I see now they're at 30%. We're definitely taking the tires here. You live for tape and wedge. I want to see what pitting looks like. Oh, they just skip it.
Coming to the green. Be ready. Inside, inside. Still there? All right, you're clear. Here we go now, 3 wide.
That's hilarious. We're in 16th place too.
We're going green. Be ready here. Got a car low now. Stay high up here. Got one down low now. All clear. Car there on the inside. Careful, still there. Hold your line, got one inside. 20 more laps, no mistake here. Still there. Inside, clear all around. Hold your line, got one inside. Still there. Inside. All right, you're clear. Got one down low now. Careful, still there.
I don't know what happened during that pit stop, but they put the tires on and something happened because now the car, it's way too tight. I can't do anything. I can't get the car to turn. stopping it to make a difference. I'm going to lose at least 8 positions on this.
Got one peeking inside. Got one peeking inside. Inside. All right, you're clear. Hold your line. Got one outside. All clear. Inside. Careful. Still there.
Yeah, whatever happened during the pit stop killed me. I can't control the car anymore.
We're going green. Ready? Stay high, stay high. To go. Inside. Still there, inside. You got room, you're clear. 5 to go, 5 to go. Car high, careful there. Car on the outside now. Car outside. Car there on the outside. Careful, still there. Car on the outside now. Still there inside. Got one peeking outside. Outside. Got Got one outside now. Got a car coming inside now. Car there on the outside. I need two more follow laps, bud. Here we go. Got a car coming inside now. Last lap, hit your mark. Car outside, hold your line. Still there. Car high, careful there. Car on the outside now. All right, that's okay. We can't win them all.
Before that pit stop, even though I was losing control of the car from the tire wear, I was taking turn 3 and holding the bottom line at around 106, 107. And coming out of the pit, I couldn't make that bottom line unless I was going 93 to 94. So whatever wedge adjustments or tire pressure or whatever else, like, it's no longer had the line I'd been taking, or at least through the first half of the race. Somehow I still got a very high speed rating. I don't understand how that works. Make a short run at Sonoma and see how the game handles road courses.
We're going green. Be ready here. Hammer down, green down. Left side. No points that stage, but plenty of racing left.
That was a really short stage.
We're going green. Be ready. Left, stay calm. Still there. All right, you're clear there. Clear to the right. All clear. Nice driving that stage, driver. Coming to the green. Almost ready now. Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Be ready here. Right side, 5 to go, you got this. Right side, you got room, you're clear. Left side. Coming to the green. Ready. Two to go. Careful, still there. Right side. Right side.
That one turn's pretty brutal.
Coming to the green, driver. Ready. Two to go, driver. Still there. Right side. Right side. Left side. Caution. All right, man. You're coming to the green. Are you ready now? Green, green, green.
Repeat 1975. What is up? Playing some NASCAR.
Almost ready now.
Not very effectively, though.
White flag, next time by. Careful, still there. Left side.
Skankor, what's up?
Starter has the green flag in his hand. Almost ready. Left side. You got room. You're clear. Two at the line. Left side. Left side. You got room. You're clear there. Left side. Left side. All clear. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Clear right. Left side. Clear left. Left side's clear. Left side. Right side. All right, you're clear there. Left side. Left side. Clear left. Left side. Right side. Careful. Still there. Right side. Left side's clear. Hey, we finished. That's the start.
Hey, we finished against all odds. I like that NASCAR let me restart that lap 100 different times to punish the other cars for me being an idiot. How am I liking this NASCAR? This game's not too bad. There's some sound bugs, like you hear the motor there, and I'm not used to how it controls. I've had to manually kind of remove the, what's the words for them? The driver assist to make it where it's somewhat passable. It's just an adjustment period to how this game works. The last one I played seriously was probably NASCAR 2003. But I also had a serious joystick set up and cared a lot more about what was going on. Although I know nobody on stream wants to sit here and watch me run the same lap in the same car 400 times until I learn how all the mechanics work and all that stuff and decide how I like my wedge setup. Importantly, we didn't finish last, and I still got a speed rating of 85 because I don't think that number matters at all. Still, compared to previous NASCAR games of the last 5, 6, 7 years, this is really good. At a wheel, I would be losing just as much too. There, you still have to adjust. Just gotta sink hours into it until I kind of fall in the groove. Learn the lines. Although admittedly I cheated. I think it was when I played NASCAR Thunder. They had the suggested line based on your tire wear and all that business, and I used to follow it kind of religiously until I got the lay of how the tracks work, depending on the temperature of the tires or whatever. I don't think this game has a suggested line like that, but it's just on me to actually run my practice laps and adjust the car multiple times before I go into qualifying sessions and then the actual race. But doing that stuff would be mega boring for the purposes of our stream, obviously. But considering what the game sells for on Steam, if you are a NASCAR fan, you could do a lot worse than this. And while the graphics and all that are not as nice as maybe, say, picking up Project Cars 2 or Forza 7, the attention to detail for the tracks and all the stuff that goes around the actual sport of NASCAR is way more filled out than the kind of bite-sized bit of stock car racing you get in those games. The suggested line is there. I must be a moron for not seeing it. Unless it's under display. Yeah, it's possible it's something for practice. I haven't entered practice yet, but that's on me for not acclimating to the cars and the tracks and all that before I go into a real race. Before we did the stream, or I've been playing it a couple nights before this to get used to it before I'm going to do the stream, I was able to win races without too much trouble running on the stock settings. But once I went into the career, whatever the car you started with, I don't know what it was, but even holding the line, it would get like 5/10 slower every track. So the season mode went off the rails real fucking quick. And that I would start the race near the back anyway, and all the cars would blow past me on the start. Or I was not fully understanding the intricacies of how that worked. But that's still on me. I don't know what the challenges is. I haven't even messed with that yet. If to win a race against all the other drivers in Team Penske is challenge number 1, you have 2 laps to go. We have to be willing to show some sort of Penske pride. This all seems pretty cool. It'd be very cool if they could afford to pay whatever it costs to license drivers from days past. Going back to the 70s, 80s, 90s, all that. Although I know the scope of this game probably was not built to have all that. But honestly, I haven't watched NASCAR in any capacity at all, really, since late 90s, early 2000s, so I'm completely out of the loop on everything. Still the Winston Cup to me. Also, I think I'm supposed to hate Jeff Gordon, even though he appears to be a very well-qualified driver. But as far as the PC port goes or whatever, anybody that's interested, the game is on Steam right now. It is on sale for half off, I believe. And even though I'm only running the stream today at 1080p, this game is not very hardware heavy. I had no trouble running 1440p, 144 hertz on my machine. 4K 60 ran perfectly with lots of headroom to spare. So runs well, and for a Unity game, it looks very good. It's best like a NASCAR game I've ever seen, graphics-wise. The lighting is a big upgrade over the last few ones I've tried, although I've not played a Heat game recently. But not too bad. I know that it does support wheels. I assume that the support is pretty good. They're definitely showing it here in the menu, but I don't know how well it has dead zone support and all that stuff. It does for the gamepad, so you can kind of dial in. But all in all, I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, this is not a full-priced AAA title, so some expectations have to be tempered. But for what you're getting, I'm happy with the package. As far as the DLC stuff, I think they're just liveries or skins for the cars. I don't know if there's anything special you miss by not getting the season pass that's not cosmetic. Yeah, I'd been looking at buying Heat in 2 and 3 before, and the Steam community pages were not super enthusiastic about how things were. But I saw this one had mostly positive reviews, so I'll give it a try, and I've liked that I've done it. What I've seen so far, I like. And if this is kind of the foundation they're going to build on from here and get better and better, then this series is definitely heading in a good direction. I have to give them thumbs up for that. VR support for this in a future iteration would be very, very cool. I'd imagine it would be incredibly immersive on the Rift or Vive or Index, whatever you may play on. I haven't tried online. I'm assuming it works, although if you really are serious about online racing, like for serious, I would probably recommend you look into iRacing. I imagine that's going to be your best bet for always having a population and people that are ready to race, although the iRacing folks take it very seriously. If I'm not mistaken, actually, the developers of old NASCAR 2003, which kind of had been the benchmark for NASCAR games, Papyrus, I believe a lot of their development staff ended up on the team that makes iRacing now. So it's a subscription-only deal, but if you're serious about racing on your computer, it is without without match as far as what you get. But you know, you have to pay for it because the audience is a bit smaller. Also, we have split screen here. I'm not really sure. I guess it works like it would on the console. Yeah, Papyrus made Grand Prix Legends. That game was wild. I remember when it came out. They were kind of the kings of PC racing for probably, I guess, the mid 90s up through the early 2000s. So I think that we'll call it a little early here today. We've got some other stuff I got to grab at. But this has been NASCAR Heat 4. I want to thank you guys for stopping in. As always, we're on Shacknews.com if you want to read about all that good stuff. We're on Twitter if you need to talk to us at Shacknews. And for video content, we're on YouTube at Shacknews Games. It's the channel, as well as our sister channel, Gamer Hub Videos. So check us out. We got all that Doom Eternal coverage today. That's kind of the highlight. A few of our staffers got to get into that exclusive play session. We've got video up on the website and our own written hands-on. So if you're in for the ripping and tearing, definitely read into that and watch the video we got up on our YouTube page. We've also got embeds to it from the site, so you don't have to search around on YouTube too much for it. Otherwise, the regular hunk of news, reviews, guides, all that good business. Repeat, you said your Thrustmaster works great for NASCAR Heat 4. That's good. I haven't had a wheel in a while. Dirt Rally 1 and 2 have almost pushed me to buying a wheel several times. Those games are brutal on a controller, but wow, it was a lot of fun, especially for the time I did have a VR headset. I'm leaning towards it. A couple times I've almost gone on the Black Friday deal for the whatever the Logitech PlayStation wheel is. It had the bundle with the pedals and the shifter. Although I've heard that in that same price range, I think the Thrustmaster, whichever model it is belt driven, which is nicer than whatever it comes with the Logitech. Of course, then I read about like the giant ass servo driven units and then buying Fanatec wheels and all that stuff. Of course, then you're looking at like almost $1,000 maybe, and maybe that's a little too extreme for the amount of racing I'm doing. I love playing Forza and Forza Horizon, but those games have wonky wheel support. They just feel like they're balanced for a controller. But I think if I played more Project Cars, I could probably talk myself into it. Unless there's a Dirt Rally 3 soon, that may be the thing that puts me over the top. Just because I love that one so much. But that's enough race talk for now. We will be back tomorrow for more Shackstream. I don't know exactly what we're playing, but I can assure you it should be worth watching. There's guys running Heat 4 on HD Motorsports. That's the name of the channel on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern. Is that a daily thing or is that just on Thursday nights?